Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Convo Corner, where the people are given a platform to speak their mind, what troubles them, and to seek solutions to their question. I am Meraba Lydia. Being a parent, and more so a good parent, is not easy, but it is the most rewarding experiences you can ever have. So in today's video, we are going to look at some of the qualities of a good parent. So if you are a parent, sit down, grab a cup of juice or soda, and stick here until the end. And to help me delve into this topic is my guest. And without further ado, I'll let her introduce herself.
Hello guys, I'm Victorious.
Yes, Victorious. Karibu sana.
Santi.
Now, today we are going to discuss about qualities of a good parent. So, I am a parent, you are not. So, I'll talk from my own perspective as you also talk from your own perspective.
Okay.
What qualities do you think a parent should have? Yes? So, maybe I can pose a question. Like, when you were growing up, did you ever think that maybe your parents, there are those qualities they are supposed to be having when bringing you up?
I never thought, okay, yes, there were some qualities that I used to see that I was brought up by a single mother, first of all. And so there were some qualities I saw that she did not have. And so sometimes I would ask her, I would confront her, because one thing, I was never afraid of my mother. So sometimes I would ask her, and she would go silent, because I would not ask her in a good way, because sometimes ningilikuwa mkali, because I used to get angry na muuliza. So yeah, kuna qualities nilikuwa naonanga, unafaa kukua hivi, sio hivi venye una
like maybe are you free, maybe you can tell her.
Yes, you have to be understanding.
Okay.
And you have to reward the effort that I put. I remember the first time I confronted her is nilikuwa nafaa kupanga vitabu. So nimepanga vitabu, but yeye anasema kwa macho yake sijapanga vizuri. So I was like, first of all, can you appreciate nimezipanga? Appreciate nimepanga hizo vitabu. Then second of all, that is my style. Now tell me your style.
Okay.
So I felt like she had to understand me. Yeah. So kama understanding, that one. Yes. Na kelele ipungue. So yeah, to be understanding.
Okay, for me, growing up, it was kind of in the 80s, 90s. It was kind of different because, like my dad, alikuwa mkali. They're not the kind of people like you could sit with and have a conversation.
Yeah.
So it was very hard. Yeah. So I think the first conversation I ever had with my dad was a real conversation, like just after I cleared Form 4.
Wow.
Yes. So then, we could sit down and talk about issues, So like by then I was into NGOs and him too. So we could talk so much about the same, maybe like the same thing. Lakini nikiwa mdogo, kai, hata kukaa tu hivyo, hata kwa sitting room, hautaonekana hiyo sitting room. Because each and every time ulikuwa karibu na yeye, ulikuwa unaona ni kama atakupata na makosa na atakuchapa.
True.
But we used to be afraid. Yani, hey, ukisikia tu babako tulikuwa nasikia my dad told me give kwa gate kila mtu anajipea shuku. See, it's not like now, like maybe now I can sit with my kids, maybe their dad, and then they can talk. Yeah. Then it was so different. So I think wazazi wa kitambo, okay, yes, there is the best way they knew how, but at least maybe now that we are knowledgeable, they could have done better. Yes, so that's my thinking. Because, as you've said, a parent should be kind of understanding, and also, a parent should be consistent. Like, not like today, your brother has made this mistake and there's nothing that was done about it. But when you do the same mistake, it becomes a very big issue. So at least this parent should have a clear guidance so that it falls like everything is neutral for both parties. Not saying today this thing and then tomorrow maybe saying another thing. So at least they should, for me, I think they should just stick to one thing and let be it. Yes.
I think so quality of a good parent should be present.
Sure.
And that is something I always say that first of all, I even when choosing careers, let me say this, my mom was a teacher. So tulikuanga naye 24/7. And sasa holiday tulikuanga naye bado kwa nyumba. So
ukifunga
ndio yako.
That is hiyo ndio uzuri wa kukuwa mwalimu.
So alikuwa anatuambia now my kids will have problems choosing your careers because wewe unajua mtoto akifunga shule na wewe unafaa kwa home jivo ndivyo umezoea. So first of all I niliachana thoughts za kukuwa pilot.
Okay.
Because I knew I have to be there for my kids. So even when I'm choosing my careers, even in my head, I have to choose a career whereby I will not be caught up with work and then fail to be present for my kids. Because I have to be there for my kids. I've seen relationships between a child and their parents falling because the mother wasn't there, the father wasn't there, and I'm like, kiatu wrong size, a very wrong size nambali sana because you don't even know the size of your child's.
But you know, in the olden days it was easy for parents to be like present. But nowadays you see this thing of hustling, you know, everybody is chasing the bag and then you want to get money. You know, like for me, my mom was a full-time mom actually. She was a full-time mom, though she had a business, but the business was in our premises. Like where we lived is where the business was. So she was there, like, you know, from alikuwa tu hapo. So at least for her, she knows us in and out. So my dad is the one who was not there, like, not that he was not present, but alikuwa anatoka asubuhi 5 ametoka, then he comes home by around maybe 7 or 8, you see. And then he had one day off. So one day off, and on Saturday he used to go to work at 12. So he had one day off on Wednesday, and on Saturdays he used to go to work at 12. So at least by that time you could interact or something, but not that much. And I told you my dad was full. So huko nasikia tu kukaa karibu naye. So my mom was a full-time mom. But wow. We are not saying that people cannot be full-time moms. Yes, they can. But also the pressures of life. You know, now you have to pay rent, it's a lot of money. You need to buy food, it's a lot of money. You need to take your kids to a good school, it's a lot of money. So parents nowadays, maybe they see like it's good that you go to work, I go to work, at least we meet there at the middle. You do some bills, I do some bills. Yeah, at least it works.
But also if you also have time for your kids, it's nice that you spend with them.
It's true.
Yeah, and you know, men always have this habit. I don't know if they stopped it or they still have it, but when they're free, they like hanging out as men.
Oh, not with their kids.
Not with their kids or with their family. So I think some men should really improve upon. So spending more time with your family, with your kids, letting your kids, you know, get to know you. Yeah, that way.
So I also think that maybe like parents should be flexible. Definitely from a different generation with my kids, definitely very different generation. And then what worked for us isn't working now. So at least people should be ready to be flexible and change with times. So maybe you can go to work, you can attend workshops, maybe you can go for a sort of some training, you can read books about maybe like parenting on the modern day. So at least you keep into tabs with what is happening right now, so that you're not so off, you know, and then you are using the olden days like parenting skills, and you should be using like at least some, because parenting in the yesteryears and now it's totally different.
Another quality of a good parent is empathetic. A parent should be really empathetic. And I let me give this story, because this story I will never actually forget it. So I was in this school. I used to go to school with a lunch box. So nika lunch tin kangu hapo. And so this lunch box, it rained very heavily at some point, and unaona venye maji usimama kwa swamp. So it was a huge swamp. So inakaa hadi ka lake. And it was very interesting because that swamp, ikipata maji hivyo, there used to be crabs. So we stopped there with my wenye tulikuwa tunaendanga nao home, my friends. Na nilikuwa nimebeba lunchbox kwa mkono, nikaiweka chini. Just to go there and see the water. So nikasahau lunchbox hapo. I remember it was on a Friday. And so going home, my sister is the one who used to wash the dishes. And then so Ali noticed this lunchbox haiko. And she asked me, Vicky, where is your lunchbox? So nika put together lunchbox.
Yeah, you forgot it.
And she was like, let me tell you something, Maina. If you don't come with that lunchbox tomorrow, Mom is going to kill you. And I was like, sasa, even I don't remember kwenye niliacha. Naona iko shule. So Saturday mimi nikaenda shule nikatafuta lunchbox. Nikakosa. Na tutokea shule 12. Lunch time. Nikaenda home sasa on the Saturday. Nikafika nje ya gate. But now I am remembering the words, Mom is going to do what? She's going to kill you. And I remember I went back all the way to that dam. Sasa ndio niliput 2 and 2 together. And nikaenda hapo nikaikosa. So I went back home crying. And I was, unaona hiyo kilio. And then nikakutana mamangu hapo outside, hapo nje akaniambia, unajua nilikuona umekuja na ukaenda, nikadhani umeenda na beshte yako unamzindikisha. And so sasa she saw that I was crying. She was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I lost my lunchbox. I left it by the dam. And she was, sasa, why are you crying? Because my sister told me that you're going to kill me if I don't come with that lunchbox. And she told me, no problem. Sasa nitakuchapia lunchbox, surely nitakubaya lunchbox ingine kesho. Enda kwa nyumba, hata sikuwa nimekunywa chai, nilikuwa nimekula. Enda kwa nyumba, ukunywe chai, kunywa mkate. And I was like, and I met my sister and she was like, umekuja na lunchbox ama utoliwe. And I was like, we nyamaza. So I feel like parents should be really empathetic. And before even punishing a child, before even making a move, it's nice to know if their side of the story. If it was something that you are not aware of, it's nice to know their side of the story. And also bring up honesty in the house, so that akikuambia mimi sikufanya ama mom nilifanya lakini ilikuwa kibahati mbaya, then you know how to deal with the situation.
That's good. It's very true. So parents should be empathetic. Another thing is, at least parents should engage with in their children's activities. Maybe you play a game together, or you go watch them at least play their favorite game at home. Like, make sure you do some stuff together, like for bonding. Yeah, because, and by the way, most parents, there are those that do, but most parents don't even have that time. Unapata, like, even if it's homework, it's the kids are being helped by the house managers. We're not saying it's bad, yes, but when do you usually bond with your kids? When will you know your child's character? When will you know where your child needs assistance for you to help them? It's very hard. So it's very important for you to be engaged in your child's like activities, the one they love doing most. Yeah.
I also think that parents should love their kids unconditionally. You should not love a kid because he or she is doing well in school, because he or she is doing well in sports, or even giving.
But that's most parents do that. But, most, but not all.
Inafaa kuacha, because it really the way we talked in the other video, that sometimes it diminishes self-confidence and your self-esteem. So you should love a child unconditionally with the view that this is my child. I brought this person to life. So you should love them regardless of everything.
You love them the way they are,
with all their all their messes, all their good stuff and the bad stuff, just the way they are.
It is true. So also parents should be good role models. You cannot be how do they say this, preaching wine and taking water, preach water and then take wine. So you should be a good role model. If you really want your kids to have good, do I call it manners? Have it yourself. Because, the parent is the first teacher. Your child will always do what you do. Because you're the first teacher. You're the first encounter. So even before they go to the neighbors, before they go even to school, because you have your child maybe for 3 years before they start going to school. So it means like you are the first teacher. And what is done at home, then this kid will see like this. It is supposed to be done like this. So, for instance, maybe we were talking this in the other video about the same like parents should be good role models. We are talking about addiction, yes, and drug abuse. So like if you yourself are taking drugs, or if you yourself you're smoking or doing what, or using alcohol at home, then high chances are that your kids will still do the same, and you'll not tell your child that it is bad, because yourself you do it at home. So if you smoke cigarette, what do you expect of your son or daughter? They'll try it out. If you take alcohol, what do you expect of your son or daughter? They'll try it out, because they think this is the good thing, because my dad does it or my mom does it, then it must be right. Yes.
Another quality is you have to listen to them and communicate. And you have said this in other videos, like the self-esteem one, that you have to listen to these people and also communicate to them, because listening to especially kids is a very nice thing. I always watch a certain YouTuber who always gets along with the child, and I really like their relationship, because it's really real. The fact that they sit down and just talk is very sweet. And I always say that I wish ingeanza hapo kitambo, in a place whereby you can sit with your kids and listen to what they have to say, and also communicate your opinions. So you have to listen to what the kids have to say, and also okay, sometimes it's not done like that, but it's done this way. They tell you, okay dad, there's this thing that you've been doing like this, what about we do it like this? Sometimes a kid can tell you something and maybe it's also important, because they have their own point of view. So listening and communicating is very important between a child and a parent.
Also, as you said, there's another video we did about adolescents and during puberty, girls, they have menstruation. So if you're free with your child, if your communication is efficient and at home, then your child will not shy away from telling you, this is what is happening to my body. So how can you help me out? But if you don't have that rapport, there's no that communication, then the child is like, now whom do I talk to? You see, because there's not that rapport, you don't have a good communication, like you've not set a good communication stream. So it is very good. It's true the way you said that parents should communicate efficiently and effectively with their children. Yes.
True.
Another thing is a good parent should be unselfish. They should put the child's needs in front instead of their own desires and ambitions. So at least taking care of the kid should come first, and their well-being should come first. We're not saying that you should not take care of yourself. Sorry, we are not saying that you should not think of yourself, but at least you should think of this creature first that you brought into this world, yeah, before you. Yes.
Also, a parent should have a good sense of humor.
Mm.
That one I strongly believe, because my mom had a sense of humor. We angekupiga tu hivi stopper, usikie tu yenyewe.
Wow.
Yenyewe tu ni stopper. So I feel like a parent should have a good sense of humor. Like you can be able to joke with your kids. Like mimi, I started practicing. But then nilianza kupractice nini jokes za kuambia watoto wangu. Akwanga tu nazo hapa.
Let me tell you. Let me ask you something now. Do you think those good jokes that you're practicing will be relevant?
Hapana, si ati ni jokes hivyo, ati jokes, ati what is happening in today's world. Like, dare you ask me a very obvious question?
Uko na majibu?
Niko na majibu tu hapa tu. I will be that savage mother. So a parent should have a good sense of humor, entertain the house. Jipambeni hapo tu kwa hiyo nyumba. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a good sense of humor?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll bring the kids here to say what their mother is like. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know. Tuwaleta hapa tuwaulize. Mnafikiria mama yenu kama anakuwa mfani?
Mama yenu kwa mfani kweli?
Mama wangu I'm serious.
Mama wangu mimi najua tu atasema mama wangu uko
serious.
Mimi najua tu atasema hivi.
So wewe mama uko
serious nani wewe? Mama wangu uko serious sana.
Yeah, but siku moja tutawauliza. Tutaleta watu waulize. Do you think your mom is funny? Yeah, so I think also the parent should trust their kids. At least trust mtoto. Mtoto anakuambia yes, si ile ku trust like ile sana pia, because like lazima uwe cautious what they are doing, but also kuna wazazi wanakuwa overprotective. So mtoto anakuambia maybe I need to go and maybe borrow a book, or we are going to hang out with friends, and let's give that room of like just trust the kid. What they're telling you is the truth. And also lazima pia ukomelea watoto wako umejifunza like kusema ukweli. You understand? Na hapo kwa kusema ukweli lazima pia wewe mwenyewe ukweli mtu wa kusema ukweli. Sawa. So it goes like that. You be trustworthy, then you also trust your kids. And yeah, the trust goes on like that.
Also you should have respect for your kids. You know, these people, you have to have respect for them sometimes, and they will also respect you. Because you know, respect sometimes is a two-way thing. Unaweza ona umsesi ni mimi nimemleta huku. So
yeah, you don't deserve
the respect. So, but sometimes they deserve that respect so that they can show it back to you. Especially kids who are past the age of 10, maybe. Mtoto mwenye ashaanza kujijua hivyo kidogo tu. That child needs a lot of respect, and you have to respect them, respect their boundaries and stuff. So that they can also respect you back, because ataona mom kuna kitu anifanyangi because of the respect that she has for me. So I cannot also do that to her because of the respect. That same respect. Yeah, so respect.
And also, a good parent should teach their child to be responsible person, and also to take responsibility for their actions. Like wacha mtoto ajue akifanya makosa kuna consequence. Ama akifanya makosa, this is what should be done. So and wewe kama mzazi, you are the one to do what? To cultivate that in your child. Let your children know that they should be responsible citizens. And as responsible citizens, this is what they're supposed to do. So at least that sense of like having responsible kids and knowing that if I'm not responsible, there is consequences for that. Yeah.
Also, parents should be nurturing. You should be able to nurture your child's talents. You know what they love to do. You know, nurture them. Especially hapo kwa talents, you should really. If you see your child loves something, you should really reinforce it, and reinforce them to to do it, because you never know where that thing can land them to. So kuna mtoi anapenda music, sometimes it's nice you also reinforce them to try also the music, because masomo inaweza mrama. So that music can also come through for him or her.
Yeah, so we nurture their talents.
Also nurture their talents.
It's okay. And also, parents should learn how to forgive their children. Just forgive. If your child has done a mistake, forgive them. But let them know that that is a mistake. But I've forgiven you once and I've forgiven you twice. Now, if you do this again, these are the consequences of your mistakes. So you should forgive, and not that each and every time you still want to remind them that you did this. So you just forgive it. Can we say forgive and forget? Somehow.
I also think parents should show gratitude to their kids, you know, just be thankful to them. No, whatever tiny thing they do, be like, oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You know, from the tiny little things they do for you, it's nice to say thank you. And also it also shows them that you also have to say thank you.
Yes.
Ukifanyiwa kitu from hata akikufanyia any tiny thing, just show them that you have to say thank you, and I am grateful for that, so that even in big things you also have to show them, you know, I'm grateful, I'm thankful for that. You appreciate whatever thing they do.
It's true. It's very important. So our viewers, we've come to the end of this video, and hope it will help you a great deal. For those parents who are not yet parents, for those who are parents, I know this video will help you in trying to mold your child's behavior, and also you as a parent, to help you become a good parent. I want to thank each and everyone who has subscribed to our channel. Thank you very much. We don't take this for granted. And also, if you're watching us and you haven't just subscribed, kindly subscribe and also put on that notification bell so that each and every time we upload a video, you'll be amongst the first person to be notified. So until next time, bye.